Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce the word wool. We'll look at vowel when it's together with a w sound, and also when is together with the ul sound at the end. So wool is a challenging word to pronounce just because it has an interesting combination of sounds and an unusual spelling. First of all, letters O in this word say the vowel. This is the same vowel that we sometimes spell with letter U, like in pull or full, or letters OU, like in wood. Rarely we would spell it with an O, like in woman. And often we spell it with OO, and that's confusing because the letters OO usually will say oo in a word, like in food. So first of all, watching out to make sure you're not using a tense oo, but rather that you have the lax sound. If the W and the w combination is not hard for you, then you can use words like wood, either of these would, or woman to match. Would you like some wool? You'll hear that the vowel sounds slightly different as it's sliding into that L sound, so that if that is more tricky for you, if the W part is tricky but the L part isn't, then you can use words like pull and full to match. Pull the wool. It's full of wool. If none of those strategies help you, then you may need to break down what's happening with the combination of these sounds, which is what we're going to do next. So you know what sounds wool has, but maybe you find it difficult to pronounce. If it's easy for you to do pull and full, then the issue comes from the combination of the w and the sound. And this is true for a lot of my clients. I've noticed that it's challenging to go to that shape from the w, closed mouth shape. When we look at the sound of w, if we break it down, it's a semivowel or a glide. Basically, it's moving between two vowel positions, and that's what makes up the consonant sound. And the positions it moves from are oo and So if you think about it like gliding between the shape of your mouth for an oo and then opening to an wa. My lips start very pursed and then they open up. You can get more help for just the sound of w and the error patterns you may have for it in our Sounds of English course and our videos for that here on the channel. But in this context, what's important to know is that the shape of the vowel is also slightly rounded, but the tongue is high and the mouth isn't very open. Full, pull, would. So I'm going to start with my lips more pursed to make the w, and then I'm just going to open to the wool, wool. So playing around with your mouth shape, even thinking of kind of doing an oo first before your W, like wool, might help you get your mouth closed enough to make that combination of gliding from the w to the sound. So if that's the challenge, you may be fine from there on out. Once you get the w, you can say wool. If w gives you trouble, also practice with words like wood, woman, to make sure that you can say those words easily as well. Excuse me. For some people, it's the combination of the and the ul, that dark L sounds, that are challenging. In this case, for words like wool, pull, and full, I recommend practicing that with another sound. So if it's difficult for you to say full or pull, try gliding into a vowel. For example, you might find it easier to say full of and thinking of it as breaking a little bit here with the f part and then the L jumping onto the next sound. Full of, or pull it. That can help you lift the front of the tongue to finish the L and connect to the next word. If I was doing that with wool, I would say wool is my favorite. Wool is. And that can help you link that L. The ul, basically the tongue height is about the same for that dark L as the sound. And so I don't need a lot of movement. I just want to finish by lifting the tongue. So a lot of technical details for this word, but I think if you're here looking up how to pronounce it, if you needed just the basic pronunciation, I covered that in the start. If you're here still watching, it's because you're having either the issue with the w or the ul, or sequencing all of it, wool, putting it all together. So hopefully having these other words to match it with for the beginning and the ending can help you. And then just be patient with yourself when you're working on pronouncing that word correctly. It is a little bit tricky. It is a little bit complicated because of the combination of sounds. Once you can say wool by itself, do try practicing it in some short phrases. For example, he wears wool sweaters. We get wool from sheep. He pulled the wool over her eyes last week. Thanks so much for watching this video, for liking, commenting, sharing. All of those things help the channel to grow, and I truly appreciate your support. You can get more help for all of the sounds in wool and all of the sounds of English in our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. It's going to walk you through these types of details as well as the more basic information about sounds, help you with spelling, accent error patterns to watch out for. It's designed to help you build your confidence, to build a strong foundation to pronounce any word you like easily and fluently in English. That's our Sounds of English course, and you can find it on our website, speechmodification.com. I'll be back again soon with my next video, and I look forward to seeing you then. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.